Alright, so if you play JP, you might have noticed that we haven't got the update yet. The update for JP was supposed to be released a few hours ago, and it's not been released. We had a similar case a few weeks ago with Nanashi, where they couldn't update the app because Google Play was rejecting, and apparently it's the case again. Google Play or Apple, it doesn't say specifically, but it's either or, is rejecting the update for Grand Cross again, and so we can't get the update yet. And Korean JP, I think Korea even went to maintenance. I think both just didn't even go to maintenance yet because they're waiting to be approved beforehand. And so we haven't got the update, of course, the update with Derriere. And I'm hoping it's not going to be like Nanashi, because Nanashi, they had to delay the update a whole week. Google Play took days to approve the update for JP. They took like, I think, 2 days to approve the Korean one. Was it like a day, right? It's like 28 hours that Korea was in maintenance because Google Play just wasn't allowing the app to be updated. It was crazy. And then JP didn't even bother because they were like, okay, it's gonna take so long. We might as well just hold on the update and put in the next update because it's Nanashi anyways. But I hope it doesn't happen again. I hope we get the update today, later. But yeah, we're having a situation like that again. That's very unfortunate. But I think it's more than that because as of earlier today, JP, not much JP, but the Korean version got a huge backlash on the update actually. So I completely overlooked this. So if you didn't know about this update that's coming out, I'm sorry, I honestly, I didn't even look at the end of the patch notes because they put literally at the end. They were definitely trying to hide this in the patch notes for the least amount of people to see this, because they were gonna change how half stamina works. So you can see this is the last section of the patch notes. Grand Cross database translates in order, right, and puts in order of how the patch notes are read. And this was the last section of the patch notes. They clearly put this at the end, on purpose. But new daily missions, the timing of the AP reduction event will be changed due to feedback. Shut up, due to feedback. But it's something. So they're changing missions, those missions that are not just there's the daily missions, there's like the 7 daily missions and the extra 3 missions every day. These are the extra 3. So they're changing savage equipment, you get 20 envelopes, so they're changing the rewards for it. That's neat. That's not the point. The point is this. So the half stamina, how we have right now is every 2 weeks we have half stamina for specific stages every week of the day, right? So, and it's all day long, right? Let's say on the weekend is the best because it's a SP dungeon, right? On the weekend for the SP dungeon, you'd have the whole weekend long of half stamina all day long, all the time. You can put your character to farm gold all night long, all the time, and you'd be good to go, right? But they were going to change it, and they got so much backlash, they're canceling the update. So, how they're going to, again, I didn't even see this. I would have said something about it if I saw this because I'm actually kind of mad I didn't. But how they're going to change it is they don't specifically say that it's going to be every week, but I'm assuming it is because it's such a terrible change. They're going to change it so it's not all day long, but instead it's specific hours of the day from 11 to 14 and from 19 to 22. That's Japan time, right? So everyone that wants to enjoy half stamina to farm overnight, let's say they're in Japan, they wouldn't be able to because at 10 PM half stamina cuts. How do they think that this is a good update? How can they be so stupid to even mention due to feedback? What feedback is this? Who said, oh, I hate farming overnight. I love when I put the game to farm during the day. Bro, you really tried to come up with due to feedback. Shut up. But yeah, they were gonna change it. So half stamina was gonna be from 11 to 14 and 7 to 22. Terrible change. This is horrible. From being all day long where you can farm any time that you want to being specific. That's just a straight up downgrade. And I'm gonna have to assume that they were gonna change it so it's every week. Because if it was the same kind of schedule that it was every 2 weeks, but now there's less, what kind of update is this? Bro. So the Korean player base was good. Like, remember, a few weeks ago with Assault Alley, with oh, let's boycott Assault Alley. That's what Korea was doing. They were enraged on the forums of the Korean, and Grand Crash just canceled the update. They were like, okay, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I guess you guys caught that we were gonna try to steal some more AP pots for you. Because honestly, I think the only reason to do this is because they want you to use more stamina pots. Like, this has to have some numbers that increase the amount of stamina pots used by just cutting the amount of half AP. There has to be. They must have come to the conclusion so that you'd have to summon more to get more silver coins to get more AP pots. There's no way they just straight up thought, wow, that seems like a good update, let's do that. Like, there's no way. Like, anyways. They're canceling it. They're not going to do it. Thank God. I think they're going to keep this, which is not that big of a change, really, so I don't care. But yeah, the half AP. We decided to hold the AP mitigation event, which has received many opinions from the players before. Well, I'm reading from the JP forum because it's better constructed. I hate the Korean forums. I don't know, I'm sorry. The guy who makes the Korean forums is called CM Rage, which has the coolest name. CM Rage. I'm sorry, but I don't like your typing. Your way of typing is just not very good. And Google Translate when translating is kind of dumb from Korea. Like, sentences don't make any sense, so I brought the Japanese one. In addition, the new... Oh, actually, wait, give me a second. Okay, yeah, shout out to Korean Jesus for translating the Korean forum. Yeah, so it is what I was thinking. Yeah, it was going to be every week, but specific, hours of the day, and now they change it back to every 2 weeks. Okay. Increase some of the weekly rewards. You short have 7 events will be able to... Okay. Yeah, it's... like, I'm sorry, but that was just... Even if it's every week, I think it's much worse. Because farming overnight is the best way to go. And they were straight up taking off the ability for Japanese players to farm overnight with half stamina. Like, you just wouldn't be able to farm half stamina overnight anymore. Just straight up, so... they're watching the App Store, the Play Store. So it's Google again. Yeah. Google is really screwing my my updates, man. Two weeks again. Alright, so you see various opinions from the players where the current direction of development is developed so that you can acquire more goods and items in a short time. How does that even make any sense? It doesn't even make... That doesn't change. Like, the update didn't change anything other than the fact that now you're more restricted. Such as improving the efficiency of newly added time limit dungeons and then... Shut up! As part of this, we have held an event every weekend at noon so that players can acquire goods without having to wait for a long time for the AP relegation event. I was thinking of changing to holding 3 hours each at night. However, we have received a lot more feedback. Yeah. So I guess maybe he was actually genuinely thinking it was a good update because people wouldn't have to wait as much, waiting 2 weeks instead of just, waiting every weekend for the SP dungeon, but it's just way too restricted. Like 3 hours in intervals? How about that, right? How about that? Instead of doing like this, how about you just cut stamina in half on every activity? I don't think it would be a problem. Cut stamina in half on a speed dungeon. Cut stamina in half on like 3 stages. That's a good update. No, that would be a good update. I would farm way more. You cut, like, right now, gold stage is so expensive. Like, yeah, you get a bunch of gold, but it's so expensive. Instead of making half stamina every 2 weeks, cut stamina in half and don't make any more half stamina events. Bro, that's a good update. Right there, I gave you a good update, okay? But, yeah, so you guys are in the loop. This was going to be a bad update, but the players pushed back, so that's good. Nothing else was pushed back, that was it. That was the only thing that was outraged, but it's a good thing that players are still keeping the devs in check. Yeah, thank you guys for watching.